Hey, this is Joel, also known as Potato Fi, and welcome to my garage. So, funny story. I now own over 60 Macintoshes and a bunch of printers and stuff. So, it's a bit of a story. So how it happened is I saw an ad on Facebook Marketplace, and a guy said he had a bunch of old Macs, too many to list, and he had pictures of about 10 different machines. Like there was like a clamshell MacBook in there and just a couple random machines. And so I messaged him and said, hey, I'm kind of a vintage Mac collector. I could help you assess the value of these, and I'd like to buy a couple machines. And he came back to me and he said, I'll sell the entire thing as a lot for $2,500. And I was like, okay, you've clearly been to eBay or something like that. At the time, I only knew that about 10 Macs existed in it. I didn't know how many he had. So then I walked away. I didn't message him back. A couple weeks later, I get a message from him today, and he said, still interested? And I messaged him back and said something, I don't remember what. But ultimately, it led to him taking a video of him walking around inside a cargo trailer where all these Macs were stacked up all over each other. And he said $1,000 for everything. And I still kind of hemmed and hawed about it because this is a huge collection. I mean, what am I going to do with all these? Well, I'll get to that in a couple minutes. So then I held off and really didn't say anything for a while. And then he came back and he said, where do you live? And I told him where I lived. And he said, how about $1,000 and I'll deliver everything? And so I decided to go take a look at him, drove to where he was and took a look inside his cargo trailer. Turns out he's liquidating someone's estate and is responsible for getting rid of all of these machines. And I think he was kind of overwhelmed with just how many there were. And he said he doesn't know anything about Macintoshes. He said he didn't know a thing about them before getting all these. And he's learned a bit, but he was just kind of done selling them off one at a time. So I decided to take him up on the offer. So we kind of packed everything up in his trailer really good, and he came over to my house. And this bay in my garage. This is our third bay. My wife normally does upholstery here, and so you can see there's all of her upholstery supplies and the kids' bikes and things like that. So we just moved everything out of the way, threw down a couple of moving blankets, and piled it all up in here. So what do I have? A lot. Last time I counted, there's at least 55 machines, but I think it might be closer to 65 by the time it's all said and done. Maybe before we get into machines, let's talk about accessories. Well, I say that, and then the first thing I do is point at a machine. There's a Performa 6000 in here, but there's also, I think this is a 12-inch titanium, and I want to keep one of those. I really want to keep one of those 12-inch titaniums. There's two of them, I think. There's tons of keyboards. Just keyboards galore. That box on top of that yellow bin is all ADB cables. Just on the other side of that Performa 475, there's a box with a bunch of mice in it. There's an ergonomic keyboard in there, I think, which I'm so excited about. There's a bunch of things in here I've never even seen in person before. Right here, there's some Aztec power supplies, So I've got spare Aztec power supplies now. They probably all need recapped, but it's good to have that kind of stuff. Is that a image writer? What is that? I can't read it on my phone screen, and I can't read it in real life either. Obviously, there's a Molar Mac there, which other than the yellowing appears to be in good condition. I don't think there's any cracks or anything like that. It obviously needs retro bright. Massive pile of machines that, look at how dirty my hands are from moving stuff. Massive pile of machines that I'm not familiar with. I think there's some Performa 6000s. There's a couple 2SIs right there for sure. Do they have Ethernet cards? No Ethernet cards. That's one thing I've noticed, that 2SIs always have Ethernet cards, or usually have Ethernet cards. So I'm always, excited to see a 2SI, and I always look to see if there's an Ethernet card. For some reason, all the ones that were owned by the state of Idaho have Ethernet cards. These, I forget what they are. Is this the Mystic machine? I don't remember what these are, and I can't see the front of them to tell you what they are. It's kind of funny. I have passing familiarity with most of these. My expertise is normally around black and white compacts. That's where I do most of my stuff. Like, for example, there's an SE30 in here. I think this one is spoken for. I think one of my friends who's kind of donated some money to the whole thing wants this one. I'll get to all that, what's spoken for in a little bit, and kind of how this has all been funded. Couple of Laser Rider selects here. There's a couple of them here. I think, is this a Laser Rider 2? I'm not sure. I think these are 15-inch multi-scans. Yep. Multiple scan 15 display. Literally have never seen one of these in person that I can remember. Bunch of graphites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 graphites. Several blue and whites, which is funny because Tom Barber is actually holding a blue and white on the East Coast for me. Tom, I don't think I need the blue and white anymore. Sorry, dude. Only one of them has any kind of damage. That one right there. The rest of them are in great shape. 4 iMacs in there. Yeah. Couple tray loaders, I think. I think one of those is spoken for. I might keep one of them. I'm not sure yet. Maybe. We'll see. Funny, this LC2 is actually not out of that collection. Another friend of mine had an LC3 rather. Another friend of mine had an LC3. And I picked it up on the way to look at all of these, so that's kind of funny. What else? Another Multiscan 15, another Multiscan 15. There's another printer. There's a part off of one of the blue and whites. I don't remember what all of these are. What is it? This is just another one of those machines I'm just not familiar with, and it's just a little too dark down there for me to see. I'm sure you're all screaming at your monitors right now. You're saying, you know exactly what those are, but there's a bunch of them in here. And I think only a couple of the faceplates are broken, so that's great. What else? CD drives, video cards. This is a high-resolution display video card. What, Mac 2 vintage, something like that? Macintosh computer video card, yeah, 87, 88. That would have been Mac 2 era, probably. I've never even seen a Mac 2 in real life, by the way. Lots of hard drives. I don't anticipate saving any of those. I mean, you know, these things are horribly unreliable. Blue Scuzzies are $25. Like, but the brackets, they've all got the brackets. That's the important thing. We'll save all the brackets. Keyboards galore. Look at this. Apple Extended Keyboard 2s. What are these? I can't even get back there. Here, I'm gonna move this out of the way. This is gonna be the shakiest, worst YouTube video of all time. I apologize in advance for the shaky video. Shot on iPhone. Keyboards. Look at that. I've never even seen these before. Boy, that's an official Apple product, though. Apple adjustable keyboard. I wonder if there's another part to this somewhere. Maybe I have seen these before. Oh, there's an iMac G4 here. That's fun. What else we got? A lot of this I'm kind of looking through for the first time. I'm going to zoom you back out a little bit. I hope that's a better way to look. Box of Cisco access points. Those definitely did not come with this. Brackets, blanks. What is this? There was in here somewhere. There's a Micron Exceed card, but not the SE30 one, unfortunately. It's pretty funny. Micron is actually based here in Boise. By the way, it's Boise, not, I'm gonna use my little platform here to say it's Boise, not Boise. Not Boise, Boise. Now you know. Power adapters, all kinds of cables. There's even a few Apple Airport base stations in here somewhere. Hard drives everywhere, just crazy. Toner cartridges, I think. Pucks, another part of Apple keyboard, that thing. A couple of accessory kit boxes. I just can't quite make out what that model is down there. There's a laptop in there, I don't know what. I think the clamshell that I had my eye on, I think that one got taken before I got to this collection. Anyway, yeah, as you can see, it's just a whole bunch of different things. We found this airport PCM CIA card on the floor of the trailer after everything was done. It was like the last thing just hanging out in there. Pretty funny. Okay, so you might be wondering what my plans for all of this is. I intend to keep almost none of it. Like I said, if there's a good titanium 12-inch MacBook in there, I would like to keep that. Maybe I'll keep one of the G3s, probably keep a blue and white because I think that'd be kind of cool. This LC3 I'm definitely keeping. And I might also keep the Performa 475 over there because I have a 476 I'm probably going to sell. I did RetroBrite on it and it didn't go perfect. It's okay, but it's not awesome. So I might sell that 476 and keep this 475 because I've been looking for a replacement 475 for a while now. Maybe I'll keep a keyboard or two if there's a couple keyboards in here that I don't have, like the crappy Apple keyboard 2. Like I don't have one of those anymore, so I might keep one. The CD-ROM drive back there, I kind of like to keep a CD-ROM drive and a base station. A couple random things here and there. The rest of it, I need to liquidate. This is very much a sort of computer reset scenario where I don't have space for any of this. I don't intend to keep most of this. The reason that I bought it, the reason that I paid $1,000 for all of these is basically to keep it out of the landfill or keep it out of the e-waste, keep it out of electronics recycling, because I know there's a lot of people that would like to have these. I don't need to make money on this. I really don't have a desire to make money on it. It would be nice to get my money back out of it. That would be nice. Although I will say that several of my friends already have sent me money. Like I called my friend Sam and told him what the opportunity, and he was like, dude, I'll give you $500 right now to help fund it. So a couple other friends have already PayPal'd me money. And so really from like the money perspective, like there's not going to be a problem here. Like I feel good about it from the money side of things. So I'm not really looking to make money. I just want to get these into the hands of people that want them. So the problem with that is I am in Boise, Idaho, which our metropolitan area is only like 750,000 people. So I've only met one person so far that saw something, a restoration thread that I did, or I think he saw the Rascuzzy case design and he messaged me on Facebook and was like, hey dude, I live in Boise, let's get together. And he came over and we chatted for a while and it was really cool. It's not a big market here, so I'm not gonna be able to sell these all locally. Obviously shipping machines is scary. Like the Performa 6000s and stuff, those I think we can ship. These towers, I don't know. I mean, yeah, we can look into that. It's possible. The printers, I mean, oh man, that gets really, really challenging. But I am willing to put in the legwork of packing some of this. Maybe I shouldn't, make promises, but I'm open to the idea. I'm open to the idea of packing and shipping this to get it to the people that want it. I'm also wondering if we need to be more creative than that. I don't know, maybe like Vintage Computer Festival or VCF, is it East or West? I don't remember, but the VCFs, maybe we need to palletize some of this and send it over to VCF where people can have access to some of this. I don't know. So let me know in the comments or, in a thread I will have a thread on Tinker Different. Excuse me. I'm not going to do any editing on this, by the way. I'm just going to throw it up on YouTube as it is. So apologies for the stutters and things. But maybe we just throw a bunch of this on a pallet and get it over to Vintage Computer Festival or something like that. And, somebody that is able to attend those can receive it, help people get the machines. I don't know. I'm open to ideas. So let me know what your ideas are. But either way, I would like to get some of these machines into the hands of collectors for nominal prices. Obviously, like I said earlier, I want to get my money back out of it would be great. Several of my friends have already done that without even asking. This PayPal'd me money to offset costs, which is great. So really, cost is not a problem here. But I think for nominal prices, I'd really like to get these into the hands of some collectors and, get them restored, back up and running. So in the short term, my plan is get the batteries out. That's going to be my first thing is I'm going to go through all these machines and pull the batteries out. I haven't seen any blown up batteries yet. They're all a bit newer. And so, like the SE30 is the one I'm kind of worried about. Maybe some of the Performas, maybe, but I think those use a different battery chemistry anyway. They don't use the Maxell bombs or anything like that. But I'm going to go through and get the batteries out. Then I'm probably going to start testing these one at a time. I'll open them up and look at them to see, what's going on inside. Make sure there's no just crazy amounts of cap juice or anything like that. And then I will probably start testing them and see, what they work. Probably do, good old Adrian Black Post-it notes sort of thing. I'd stick Post-it notes on all of them and just kind of catalog what I have. And then start, looking into making it available for people to purchase or figure out, maybe there's people that are willing to make a road trip up here. Like if you live in Salt Lake City or you live in Portland or something like that, maybe it's no big deal for you to drive over and snag a couple of machines. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see what it looks like and we'll figure it out. But either way, I will catalog these and kind of figure out what we have, wipe them down really quick. I'm not going to do any full restorations on these. I think it's just too much time. Excuse me. Too much time to go through and retrobrite all these. Obviously like that molar Mac, like can you imagine that thing retrobrited and, a full restoration on that would be magical, really cool. I personally think that is one of the ugliest machines and I have zero desire to own one, but I do now. But I want to get into the hands of somebody that wants it. So yeah, that's where it's at. Maybe like one last thing I would like to get out of this. Well, yeah, I'd like to meet some people. It'd be really fun to have some people show up to pick up some machines. Maybe that's wishful thinking. I don't know. There's nothing in here that I think is that special for anyone to make a big road trip for, but it would be pretty cool. I also, if you want to trade like for a color classic, that's like that's my beige whale, as the cathode ray dude calls them. That's my beige whale as a color classic. I was kind of bummed there wasn't a color classic in here. I was really hoping that there'd be a color classic tucked away in the trailer somewhere, but there was not. That's okay. But yeah, really, I just want to get them into the hands of collectors, people that like this stuff like I do. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Please, if you have some discussion ideas of how to get these things moved around, whether it's palletizing them or using a freight company or a relay system or whatever. If you have ideas, definitely post that, either do something in the comments below, or also post on Tinker Different. I'm going to have a thread on Tinker Different. I'm going to be as kind of the central discussion thread, and maybe there'll be more threads off of that. I don't know. We'll see. And maybe nobody cares. Maybe I just bought a bunch of machines that like nobody cares about, and they're just going to sit in my garage for forever. Well, maybe that'll happen. I kind of doubt it, but still. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble for, oh my gosh, 17 minutes. Yikes. But yeah, let me know what you think, and hopefully I'll get a chance to post an update video really soon.